Okay. I start sweating like a slave for no reason whenever we start. When the cameras start, I just start sweating for no reason. Why can't I say that? I'm black. Black people can say that.
What did he say?
I said I sweat like a slave.
So he repeats it.
That seems entirely appropriate for...
That's crazy.
Okay.
I'm about to pull out. Never mind.
What are you pulling out?
I'm about to pull out and find an iron nigga for you.
Oh my god. Okay. Welcome.
That's just Robert Downey Jr. from Tropic Thunder.
That's what his name is?
That's Iron Nigga.
That's Iron Nigga? Oh my god. Welcome to another episode of Some Nerd Stuff. We are so happy to see you guys. Let me tell you. Thank you for all the new... We had, like, the last video got, like, 9 new subscribers. We had, like, 615 subscribers, so...
It's because of me.
Yeah, okay. It's all because of Trey. Thank you, Trey, for showing up so we can get more subscribers.
Welcome. You're welcome.
Today will be a fun episode. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we all disagree on things. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Guardian of the Galaxy movie, Volume 3. Maybe it was a really shitty movie. Some people might hate it. I don't know. We'll find out. And then our discussion for today is going to be about foldable phones. Because the new Pixel's coming out. It seems like a better time than ever to talk about them again. So,
Nah, it's cool.
This is the character he likes to play is the person who's on a podcast but doesn't ever want to be on a podcast.
It's not a character.
Like, and if we didn't have a podcast, he'd be like, Nathan doesn't even like me no more. He doesn't even want to do a podcast with me. Just so you could... I'm trying to catch you up to the...
I am like a shooter in basketball. I need to get into my rhythm of being on camera.
That's fair.
And then I'm into a normal person.
No,
But
you gotta be live instantly.
I don't know how to talk to. I don't even know where y'all are at. Like, I don't even know who those people are.
They're our fans.
If you're watching this, I don't know who you are.
You might know some of them.
I don't. Never met him in my life.
You should try to get that one guy. Who did we do that video for?
Except
a long
for
time?
you, John. I know you, John.
Who's John?
That's a heart. Someone watching John right now is freaking
There's
out.
one dude named John that you cannot believe he got shouted out right now.
That's what I'm
Who's
saying.
John?
You should have got beat 'em ups to subscribe to us.
I tried.
We did that whole video for him that got
Right.
copyrighted. I don't know why it did. I don't know why it did.
It's because you were in it.
I wasn't in it.
It's because of the music you used.
I don't remember. That was a long time ago. How's everybody been?
No comment.
I'm okay.
You're okay? Yeah. He just got back from Hawaii,
Yeah, I'm okay.
so you should be okay.
How do you spell Hawaii?
H-A-W-A-I-I.
That's wrong.
That's right.
What is it? What's this? He's right.
It's
The judges say it's correct.
That's right.
We got a thumbs up.
It's not. It's Hawe.
I spent 5 days out there.
It's Hawe.
H-A-W. Hall?
Hawaii.
Hawaii. I don't think you know how to spell it.
That's literally how it's spelled. Hawaii.
I'm working on my sponsor.
Oh, please, if you can get one of the Paul brothers. Oh, is it just one or both of them that has that does Prime?
Just Logan.
It's just Logan.
Oh, just Logan. Hello, Logan.
That's crazy.
This is also the best podcast on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unlike Impulsive.
Oh yeah, they just had Kevin Hart on. I haven't watched it yet, but whatever.
You're right. My bad. It's the second best behind Impulsive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for our returning segment, what was the segment called again? What did we call it?
You called it some bullshit.
And call it Trey wants to try something. And this week,
I hit the camera with my shoe.
Trey has brought something.
Yeah.
This is the first time ever.
I started it with the Prime.
Oh yeah.
So I am the originator.
But I brought a lot of that Prime
No, you didn't.
Wait,
You
which
brought
Prime?
2 of the flavors. I brought the
and
other
all
4.
the energy drinks.
That doesn't count.
Okay.
More work to scout the flavors. Since it's Monday, they don't know that, but it's Monday. Tonight would normally be the cookie episode, right? The cookie podcast. got beef with them. Never mind. That's a different subject for another story. So I brought cookies that I stand by it. I'm not saying this for any kind of clout / attention / to be controversial. I would rather have these cookies 10 times out of 10 over a crumble cookie.
Oh my god!
I know that's
You're
crazy.
just talking. This is.
I
talking.
know. Swear it. I stand by it. These little AM PM birthday cookies. All right, you say that ASMR.
There's a huge barrier to entry on these, apparently.
That's how you know it's quality. So take one and pass it around.
I don't want to eat this.
I don't care.
You
signed up to be on the show.
Just, you
You
don't
signed up
eat
to
the
be
whole
on the
thing.
show.
Try a little bite.
I was thinking like I had to eat the whole thing.
No, you don't have to.
You have to eat all of it.
Is that good? That's
You're human. You have your own wants and needs, and you can do what you want.
No,
You don't have
smells
to eat the
not
whole
true.
thing.
It smells really
Eat
fake.
it all in one bite.
It smells really
It smells really sweet.
smells really fake.
So he hates the
Says-
Crumble Cookie podcast, but
says
we are
you.
eating a cookie on Crumble Monday.
It's like super artificial.
This is not better than Cookie Crumble.
Absolutely is.
Dog, you're the biggest liar ever.
I'm not.
Is it just good though?
It's all right.
No, it's
You wanna
not
try
even
it?
that good.
You want to try it? It's really sugary. Like, I know I say that eating crumble cookies every week.
It's not even. It's like.
It like falls. It's kind of crumbly.
It's not exciting at all.
He loves birthday.
Do they have one with like some cheesecake frosting
Probably.
or some sprinkles?
This says birthday cookie.
I don't like on this week. They act like there's a mystery cookie, but it's not a mystery cookie. The mystery is if you're gonna get pink sprinkles or rainbow sprinkles, and I didn't appreciate that because I
The
went on.
sprinkles taste all the same.
Yeah, they do. And I went on the app to like look like because I had to do stuff for Facebook. I was like, mystery cookie. He didn't tell me there's a mystery cookie, and I'm like, I can't believe she didn't do that. And I go on there, and then it's different variations of the same cookie, but it's just colored a rainbow. That bugged me. But anyways, okay, it was all right. It was okay.
That's
I'm not
fair.
gonna crap on it like
like a
it's the
6.
worst cookie I
Okay,
ever
mine.
ate.
It was a 6.
Yeah.
I will say though, not a great batch.
Oh, because they're made daily, right? At the place.
So normally
Ow, my knee.
they're less cooked, which sounds crazy. But if you've had like a crumble cookie, it's like barely cooked and it's doughy.
No,
No,
it's
I'm being
not.
for real. That's a real thing.
People do
It's on,
complain that
it's
they're
on
undercooked.
TikTok. Just look it up.
There's a lot of things on TikTok that are not true.
It's absolutely true. Someone literally balled it up and rebaked it. I don't know what you want me to do. That's not the point though.
Anyways, yeah.
The point is these cookies, when it's like a 10 out of 10 batch, they're like that. They're a little more doughy.
So you prefer them a little bit more doughy.
With this, yeah. So like I said, it wasn't a great batch. It was a little too cooked.
Too cooked.
Because I think that a cookie can be too cooked if it's not crunchy.
Oh, if it's not supposed to be a crunchy
Yeah,
cookie.
if it's like
Yeah,
a crunchy
that's true.
cookie, then it's like, this is good. But if it's not, then it's too cooked, and then it's not as good.
I can understand that.
Like that one is just.
Oh my gosh, the dog.
Yeah,
Pod dog's here.
He loves
I don't. You can hear him sniffing on the mic. that wasn't Sam sniffing as he's chewing. That was Pod dog.
He wanted to join.
So let's get into our first topic of the evening. Do 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 do. That's the theme song.
Check this out.
I thought you didn't want any. Now you almost
Take
ate
it
the
out.
whole cookie.
I slowly ate it.
I know you did. You lied to yourself. You did want the cookie. So, no spoilers for a second. How did everybody like the movie Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Unfortunately.
Was it the best Guardians movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
The first one?
The first one's really
First
good.
one?
It's good. It's just too introductory.
What do you mean too introductory?
You know how there's like the first time a movie's done, and there's like this is the first movie in the line. This is the first time this movie's been done. Like, it was looking back on it, you can see it was an obvious pivot for Marvel and how they made their movies, and so it was just kind of a little raw.
Oh yeah, it was a big departure on. If you look at all the movies that have came out, the last 2 years, of like Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Thor. That's it, right? This looks visually way different than all those, which is a good thing, I think.
I mean, going back to the first, what's it called? The first Guardians of the Galaxy. That style of movie
Oh, okay.
was different and was a jumping off point to any other Marvel movie.
Oh, yeah.
outside.
Marvel really ripped off a lot of the tone that Guardians came with.
Yeah, they use it on all their movies now.
Yeah.
Even like Endgame and
They're like, everybody's quippy.
Those
I know,
things.
yeah, and then they added them into that, yeah.
yeah, so it's just like it was an obvious departure. So seeing that, it's just kind of like, you know, it's a little raw. They're still working things out with that one because it was the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like a regular origin movie. There's even more new on top of that.
Yeah, and plus nobody knew who they were.
I like this one better.
I honestly didn't think it was that funny, but like it didn't need to be funny for me.
Yeah, no. There was a few funny scenes of them like riffing, and you could like tell that they
Yeah.
were like improving a little bit.
Yeah.
But it didn't need it. So would you recommend? Is it a hard recommend?
No.
You don't recommend?
Oh, you said this is a hard recommend. Normally that means,
Oh, is that a bad thing?
yeah,
Oh, my bad. I'm not up to it.
like when people say it's a hard watch.
I understood.
Oh,
Yeah, so I would recommend it.
if you think like I'm saying something like the whatever the new thing is, it's not.
No, I'm not saying that. Like even just critics and journalists
Oh,
would
okay.
say, "Oh, if it was a hard watch, it was
Oh
a
no,
hard
it was
watch.
not. It was an easy watch.
Yeah, it's easy to recommend.
Okay, easy recommend. So go out and watch it. Now for spoilers. Are you
I can't
sad?
believe they killed Rocket
Are you
Raccoon.
sad everybody died? Yeah. Are you sad every single character died?
All right, now that that's out of the way, if you haven't clicked off yet, do it now because that wasn't a
Yeah.
real spoiler.
Spoiler. So spoiler alert going forward. Are you surprised?
Everyone but one person died.
Yeah. Are you surprised nobody really died?
That
I mean,
the
Gamora
joke was that they were
died
supposed to click off before.
Before. I mean, Gamora died, but not in this movie. In the last movie.
Okay, last chance. Click off if you haven't watched it. All
Okay,
right.
they're gone.
Okay. Yeah.
So, are you surprised everybody lived?
Yeah. and
I
that's the
am.
most
I kind of
surprising
am,
part.
but kind of not at the same time.
I thought it was gonna be like a tearjerker. Like I thought, like we were gonna start losing them one after the
Well, I
other
mean, it was a tearjerker, but not like for
in a different
reasons
way.
we thought.
Yeah.
It sucks because they had those moments for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really wish they would have just killed somebody. Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and then like they have like a fix everything machine. I didn't know that they had this. The med
Oh, yeah.
kits.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
med kits were the fix everything machine.
Yeah, it's kind of neat, but like kind of cheap.
Yeah, and like, so I really liked the movie overall. Like everything, I had a good time. It was a fun. It was, you know what? It was a more of a story than Marvel movies usually are. Marvel movies are usually like a wild ride. Like you're like on a roller coaster, and it's
Like
just
a formulaic like superhero movie, you know, like just
Yeah.
basic. Like,
and this one actually had like story and like character build up, and you actually care. Like I don't think anybody like didn't like Rocket Raccoon. It was like, oh, he's fun. He wants to kill everybody, but like creating him into like a full fledged character.
it's kind of impressive.
Yeah, because I was asking him at the movies like, has there been a more visually good looking character that's not real? Like Rocket Raccoon is like, I don't know. He looks like real,
It's insane.
and like the way they make him, he looks like a real thing. He doesn't come off as a CGI character.
He's not.
It's
I
weird.
know. I was thinking like, I wasn't thinking about the CGI in the movie, and that's when I knew it was good.
Yeah, not once. There was a few times I was like, they're doing like because I talk too much during the movies, but Trey doesn't seem to mind. He doesn't mind at all. He doesn't tell me to shut up. So like there was like a shot where they were going to, I think they were going to the planet where the guy who makes everything, that created
The electrocutioner.
the electrocutioner, whatever his name is.
That's not. I don't know what it is.
And like there's like a shot where like it's from the outside of the ship and it's like going over and you see like the glass on the outside of the ship and then it goes in.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, that was like a really impressive shot.
Yeah.
And that's not something you see in Marvel movies. Usually it's a big space that you see and they're kind of standing there talking to something. And then it's a lot of cuts. And then they go to a different space. And they're like in that void. We all know about the void, right? Everybody,
Yeah.
they're in the void.
What is that?
That's what they called their they have it's not green screen anymore. they create like the environment, like so when if you're acting, you can kind of see everything, and it manipulates how it looks. So when the camera looks at it, it looks like it's real. So they're standing in this like big, huge, giant screen, so they can kind of see the environment. And it's but that's how they're doing all the Star Wars stuff, all the Mandalorian stuff. It's all shot on that, the Void, which is a weird name.
It's cool though.
But you could tell a lot of the times they're using it because they'll be in really big spaces, but they're not really using it. There'll be all these big shots, but they're not really doing it. And this one, it felt like they were in the environment. It wasn't like detached. Like in Thor felt like there's a lot of detached parts where it's like, okay, we're here now, and we're gonna stand here and talk, or we're just gonna swing at each other for a little bit, and now we're gonna go to this scene.
I think Wakanda's real.
Oh yeah, I did forget about that. That was a good movie too.
I'm not even talking about the movie. Just every shot, I'm like trying to think of where they use CGI. And besides when like the suit stuff, which I don't know how they're still not getting down.
Yeah.
But besides those scenes, it's like this place looks real.
I think they
Like-
did build sets for that.
I was like, even when they're destroying it with all the water,
Yeah.
it looks real.
I know that. Yeah, that's true.
I think that one they
thinking
did
about
some
that.
practical sets
Yeah,
because
they had to.
it looked too good. But yeah, this movie is like, and I guess when you have like, when they let a filmmaker actually do their thing, and this is his last one, so I'm sure they were kind of hands off because it seems like they were hands off on some other ones. They needed to actually be like hands on.
Thor,
Yeah,
Love and Thunder.
yeah,
Yeah,
like.
right.
Like, I'm not, I know it's hard to make a movie. No one goes to make a bad movie. I understand. But they let, what is it? How do you say it's Taika Waititi go crazy?
Yeah,
And-
but I don't think there's ever been a bad Marvel movie. It just wasn't good.
No, like, yeah. Oh, I'm trying to think. People always point at the Eternals. We talked about this last
Eternals
week.
was a masterpiece. It just
It's not
wasn't a
that bad.
hero movie.
Yeah, people got. I think we last time we talked about it, we said it just came out at a bad time.
I think you should really look at the Eternals like a sci-fi dystopia movie.
Yeah,
'Cause
Black
the way
Widow
it
is
travels-
weak, but it's not a
Yeah.
bad movie.
No,
It's just
no,
weak.
I'd say that was a bad movie.
The whole last part where they're falling for 20 minutes, that part is not good.
Oh.
But I like a lot of it. I like the characters,
Yeah, no, the characters were likable.
Yeah.
I thought they were cool.
but so a lot of the characters. So the characters didn't die, but like most of the people, a lot of the people in the main cast already said they're not coming back.
Yeah.
Like, so Gamora said she's done playing Gamora, even though this is Gamora 2. Gamora 2 is still alive. Drax, Batista, he already said he's not coming back. He's tired of being really fit in his 50s. I don't know about Nebula. I don't know if she may come back. But for
Well,
sure
I
the
think
animated
she's
characters are going to be
she's
coming back.
The face of it now, isn't she?
Well, no,
She's the leader.
no, I think
Oh, that's right,
she's
no,
staying
I'm
in nowhere. Isn't she going to
She's
stay
staying with
in?
Drax.
Yeah.
She's in nowhere. I'm tripping. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Taking
thought
care of
the
the
wrong
kids.
thing.
And then, who's it? So Nebula, Gamora, Mantis. Mantis may be back. She could be back. She could be just
Yeah.
another side character. I don't think she won't get her own movie. I don't think that.
I would pay a lot of money though for a Drax and Mantis full movie.
Jackson.
Like
yeah.
make it a spin-off detective movie.
Oh, you watched the Christmas special, huh?
Yeah.
So it is funny. Like the Christmas
didn't.
special. Oh, you didn't watch it? It's
That's
basically.
no way.
I didn't.
That's a L.
And it's like corny, like a Christmas movie. Like it's exactly what
Yeah.
it's supposed to be. Like when he made it, the director, he said he was really pulling from the Star Wars Christmas thing, which doesn't make any sense. That's what it's about, like Wookiees. Like is there like the whole joke is like Christmas in space. Like if you're not on Earth, why would you even care about Christmas? But so how do you guys feel about Adam Warlock?
I
Not
feel
bad.
like
Not bad.
it was a waste.
No.
I low key kind of feel like that too.
Wasted.
Really?
Do you know
how-
what Adam Warlock is in the comics?
How incredible and let's just scary that closing scene was in the first Guardians of the Galaxy. So you have the second movie where it's teased again
Yeah.
that he's coming, and then this is the character we got.
Yeah, we were talking about it at the theater. It was like, this was a long time wait, and
Yeah, for that.
if the payoff wasn't, if the movie probably got made when it was supposed to, it might not feel like such a non-payoff. But Adam Warlock is like a real big, like he's originally a part of the whole Infinity War.
Yeah.
Like he's a real big person, and they like made him just an idiot.
Well, him in the movie itself was fine. Like I enjoyed it, but as of him being actually Adam Warlock,
Yeah.
I kept on forgetting he was Adam Warlock. You know, I just thought he was just a character added.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable, but like
Marvel,
The performance, like the guy did a good job. The character is used funny.
they shouldn't have picked him.
They should have got another extra character, like a weird character.
No, they should have that, or they should have used someone else for Adam Warlock. 'Cause
Oh,
that
I like
guy
that
is
guy.
like known as a person though. Like you weren't taking that character seriously with him playing it.
No, I once I seen that dude do his transformation, his like Marvel transformation, I thought, oh, this dude's gonna be like, this dude's coming.
I did not at all.
And,
I never took that character seriously.
Because that guy plays so many comedies. Oh, I don't know. I took it serious. I don't know. I was willing to bet that he was going to be a more imposing. You cannot have this cookie. That's Jesus Christ. Jeez,
He is very upset.
he is. He's really upset.
As the guys off camera, guys, you can't see, but he is staring intently with the biggest puppy dog eyes.
Yeah, and the
ever.
light is not helping. Like it makes it look more puppy dog. Yeah, so I no no dog, no, stop. Speaking of a dog, Cosmo the space dog.
amazing.
That was amazing. That was amazing. The whole B line, the whole B storyline of Krillian. Is that how you
Yeah,
say
I
his
think
name?
Something like that.
The guy who that now has the arrow.
Kraglin.
Kraglin.
Yeah.
Where you're a bad dog. Like that that was just gold. From like the moment it started, I was like, this is perfect. Like this is and every callback to it, I laughed.
Yeah.
It was never
Mhm.
like it did not get tiring.
And they're playing cards. Cosmo's telling the story, and you're like, "Oh, is this a story?" And then at the end, it's like, "They did all that to me, but they never called me a bad dog."
Oh my god.
It's pretty well written.
Yeah, that was like the best new addition. So like the new standing Guardian of the Galaxy. Well, now is 3 animated figures. We got New Groot and Rocket Raccoon, Cosmo,
And then
Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock's creature. Remember his little creature?
Oh yeah, the creature thing.
Yeah.
And
Dog.
then
It's a dog, right?
And there's the guy who
weird,
the
like-
whistle. He's still there,
Yeah, Kraglin. Yeah.
Kraglin, and that's what it is now, which is interesting. Now that it's like there's 3 animated characters. So I wonder if they would even just switch it over to animation and do like a little show.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun kid show.
Do it tomorrow. Kids show.
Oh, you want like
Raccoon?
well, I mean, Rocket Raccoon has been in like the Avengers Assemble stuff. Like they can. Oh, you don't want to see none of that.
Gritty show where they kill people. Where he goes rogue and wants
But he kills
revenge.
people because he's hurt.
That's what I'm saying. He wants revenge.
Okay, so when they showed his friends just get murdered, they got cold-blooded shot.
That shit was lit.
I was like, you don't really see, you see people get shot all the time in these movies, but they're like laser guns and stuff. They got bullets
They
through
got
the
fucking
chest.
blasted.
And like, oh,
Stone cold kill.
And it's crazy because the whole time you see this like abomination of life that's happy and they're doing all the dancing and stuff.
that walrus man, he pulled my heartstrings.
And it's like it's funnier because everyone looks like something off Robot Chicken except for Raccoon.
It looks like really like visually. It's like grimy to your eyes. You know?
Yeah, you can tell that they were like,
Yeah, the
Yeah, it was-
rabbit,
yeah.
and the walrus are the most disturbing.
But yeah, it was like cute, but like disturbing.
yeah, and then you
So
just
it's like-
watch them die, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, they like trick you, right? They trick you into like liking these characters and like seeing them for what they are, and then like, okay, we're friends. Like we're all in captivity, and just it was just so sad. Like this whole thing, like, oh, when we get to the new planet, and like what's his name again? What's the bad guy's name? I guess that means he wasn't that interesting.
Black man with
he
no
was
face.
interesting
He
though.
was interesting, but
I forget.
I can't think of his name.
Google's free.
Like he wanted to say the collector. It's
I
not.
literally said his name yesterday.
I forgot his name, but That dude, he was horrible. He was like a
The high evolutionary.
Oh yeah, the high. He's like, you think you're going? You think you're going to the new planet? And his planet sucked.
Right.
True.
Like
Look at
when
the
they were
1980s.
selling meth, when those kids were selling meth, I was like, this is the perfect planet. Like this is. Yeah, but so. Anybody have any like ending thoughts that they want to give out that they hadn't? I haven't given them the chance to get off about the
Chris
movie.
Pratt should have died.
Who?
Chris Pratt should have died. Star-Lord.
I'm not
Star
saying,
Lord returns.
I'm not
Should've
saying
died.
I'm not saying Star-Lord should have died, but I really wanted to see like a human character die.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just to like I don't know, I feel like it would have paid off. Like it would have felt like very heavy.
The Star Lord death that they were acting like they were going to do was so fast.
Yeah,
and out of
no.
nowhere, I was like,
I was actually hoping it wasn't that because I'm like, no way they just did that.
and when his
that
face
quick.
expanded, I was like, oh, that's it.
I was like, that's
I think we've gone. We seen him go frozen before,
Yeah.
but never the face expanding. I was like, oh, he's done.
Yeah. No, Adam
I wish they
Warlock.
would have just kept it.
But then that would have been like really like a forced death.
Yeah, it would have been.
It was literally like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's dead.
It was like out of
But it
nowhere.
would have perfectly encapsulated the character.
I mean, you're right, but they should have like expanded like
They would've.
Like that's
more.
the end of the storyline, and the way he died ties everything up with a nice little bow. And then
I'm not saying you're wrong, but the
I mean,
the
he
timing
didn't get
of it,
his.
like,
He didn't get his like end of story. Like the whole thing about him never going back to Earth, and then like he would have not
it's
been.
funny
able-
because he mentions Captain America getting his like love life back, and he seems super jealous about it. And it's funny knowing that like his character arc ends with him not.
yeah,
having his
yeah.
love.
So they never figure it out. She looks like she likes him for a second, and then
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
like, "I'm not gonna do that though. I like the Ravagers."
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I know that didn't feel like it paid off. It felt like that whole story beat of her coming back, like, and then in Thor they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go look for her."
Yeah, it literally just seemed like they were fulfilling a contract having her there.
Yeah,
Like she added nothing that any other character couldn't have added.
yeah.
There
It
was
was like
funny
it was like
parts,
having a
but-
ghost character.
Yeah.
Like we
Well,
all
I
dealt with her
guess-
death already.
I guess it could just help solidify the idea that it's not gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like if they didn't involve her in the movie, then we'd be just guessing. But like they showed a movie where they're like, okay, Gamora's not feeling the
And then
good.
like, how come she gets to stay in the other timeline? How come the TVA didn't come and how is that like a part of the plan?
I bet you they're gonna say something about like what Thanos did broke the timeline, and so she should still be alive in the timeline.
Oh, like his
eliminating
what he did doing that, getting the stone was a break in the timeline,
Yeah.
and that's just kind of a false reset. Because I was like,
Because think about it, they also allowed, like they said, the Avengers were supposed to go back in time.
yeah,
to
they
do what
allowed
they
them to
did.
do time travel.
Yeah, but Loki wasn't, so it's probably going to be around the same line.
It's just like when you start getting bigger and they make all these new rules, it's like hard to keep everything. Like, how come that character should have just they should have snapped her out of there.
And look, I'm gonna tell you the thing. We talked about this earlier, and it sounds like I'm writing for the movie. I'm not. I just think it was better than people say. But another main thing that people don't like the Eternals for is that it seems like Marvel doesn't even care,
About
because there was that whole thing with the Titan coming up, and not once has it even been brought
They
up.
haven't even
in
showed it.
in a movie. Like not even once has it been like mentioned.
I think it's been there's some leaked photos of the new Captain America movie.
the New World Order.
Yeah, and I think one of the shots was with the head. That was
Like Spider-Man, like not even on a TV in the
Yeah,
background.
like even if they would have just mentioned it, like Nick, if they were like in that movie, it was like, oh well, why can't we call Nick Fury? Oh, he's dealing with this. Like, just say it.
Yeah, it is really strange because we've had like there's the Miss Marvel show already. Loki necessarily wouldn't have like dealt with it. We already had a Captain America show. Like, why hasn't anybody talked about this? Doctor Strange didn't be like, hey, that's crazy about that Celestial, huh? Wong,
That's what I'm
where were
saying.
you
They
at?
coulda- in that movie, they could have said something about that. Like,
It's harder. It's getting harder and harder too to have like a global event and not have like, why isn't Doctor Strange there? And he's supposed to be. He only protects from demons, not from Eternals. He didn't sense nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just
I don't
thinking like What's the end goal?
Well, now it's supposed to, like, this movie feels like it's not like a typical Marvel movie, like it's setting up anything. The only thing it's
Really?
setting up is that the only thing it feels like it's setting up is like, okay, we're gonna have a new status quo Guardians if they continue to make them without James Gunn,
Yeah.
and we have the option to use Star-Lord, which I was listening to another podcast and they're like, maybe he'll be Spider-Man's new daddy.
Wow. Well, he's on
I
Earth.
wonder how they would like use him now.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he'll just show up. Maybe he'll
an
be in the
Avengers
next
movie.
Yeah, the next Avenger movie. He'll be like,
He just
hey,
gets caught up on Earth, like
yeah. He's like, hey, I got my jet boots.
yeah.
Oh, we were talking. The last thing, and then we'll move on because we have another whole nother giant ass topic. One thing that was not in this movie that has been in every Marvel property since Endgame or Infinity War, there was no Tony Stark, Iron Man masking just appearing and disappearing.
True.
They got rid of his little mask. They didn't have that. Which it seems like he needed that mask at the end.
Well, in the comics, that's funny. In the comics, he had this weird, like this certain looking mask that would match his outfit in the movie, and I was thinking we'd see it, but we didn't see it.
Oh, that matches that uniform
Yeah,
that they have?
yeah.
Yeah, they just abandoned it,
didn't
which
see
is
it.
fine. Like, if that's what they want to do.
His
But
mask was so cool.
it did the
was.
same, like, Tony Stark, like, appear and then disappear. I don't know. I'm really tired of that's how everything works. I mean, it made sense
how the
for
universe is.
it made sense for Black Panther because they have they developed that technology, a version of it, and it made sense for Iron Man. He's not here no more, and thank God they got rid of that Spider-Man suit, so he doesn't have to do it no more. So we should just not do that anymore.
Well, I mean, I guess it does make sense because if it's connected on your whole body, why wouldn't you just be able to like have a piece that goes like ear like that? Like a thing about it, as in a hood,
Ant-Man was the worst.
like a hood, but for a mask.
I think Ant-Man was the worst with that.
Why?
With outfits just appearing because
Oh yeah.
they enlarge a dial or whatever. I don't know, whatever the reason they ever. I thought, and okay, we're gonna talk one thing
I
about
have one,
Ant-Man.
too.
Oh, go ahead, do yours and I'll
No,
do
it's
mine.
not about Ant-Man, so go ahead.
Oh, in Ant-Man, I thought that he had to leave his mask on when he was like growing or shrinking, and in the last one, they're just doing whatever. They're just getting real big and taking off the mask, and they're getting real tiny taking off the mask.
I've never watched any of Ant-Man, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. Leave it in the comments. Help me out, guys.
Marvel's fans suck.
In general,
Yeah.
about everything.
Excuse me. Because, after we had Iron Man and Tim Titan, what the hell was that?
Tim Titans.
I don't know what I was trying to say. Steve Rogers.
Tim Titan.
You're trying to
what I
say
was trying to
DC's
say.
Teen Titans?
No, I don't know what I said. After we had that and then Steve Rogers with Captain America, there hasn't really been a face to the MCU.
Yeah,
So
no.
they tried to make it Brie Larson, but the fans hate her
No.
because she's a woman.
I think it's Spider-Man. I think he's
Spider-Man.
going to be the... I heard he's
No,
getting
but-
25 mil.
Yeah, but then you have, they were gonna make it Chadwick, and it was working out. And
That
then
would've
he
worked.
Passed away, right? And it's like Spider-Man's there, but he's a Sony property. So if they build everything around him, there's that risk there.
I think if Doctor Strange would have
And
done
then-
better, it would have positioned him to be the leader.
There's Doctor Strange, but Disney doesn't feel like he's a good enough character. Like his stories are weird, which is true. We had a whole zombie
Oh, yeah.
walking thing in the last movie, but I still think that was the best Marvel movie that's came out since everything happened. It was a great.
That's a
movie.
really good movie. The
a great movie.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
There's some weird things in it, but it's
I wish
good.
they would have kept more horror in it because I remember they said that was supposed to be the first horror MCU movie.
Yeah, they
And
got
there
away
was some
with as
elements
much as
of
they
it.
could.
Yeah.
There was some elements of it, but they should have done more.
Yeah, because the guy who made that makes the Evil Dead movies.
Yeah.
And obviously he did the Spider-Man movie too, which if you ever go rewatch the old Spider-Man, when there's a scene where Doc Ock already has the arms on him and they're trying to take him off and they're doing surgery and then they come to life and that's a straight up horror scene that everyone gets murdered by those arms while he's like knocked out.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's really scary. Like actually if you watch it and just
It's like pretty good. Too.
yeah, it's like a good horror movie. Jump scares, people
Way it's
getting
set up,
stabbed.
it's
I
just
think
like
there
a
may
horror
even be
movie.
blood in it.
Yeah, I think like a splatter of blood
Yeah,
or something. Yeah.
which is like not normal.
Yeah, I wish I would have done more. And then I don't know who else it could be.
Yeah,
At this point,
That's the- I
they're
guess
running
that's
out
the
of
big problem.
characters.
You know, I thought Loki was gonna come back into the fold, but it seems like he's gonna be like. Remember the guy Coulson from Shield, and he died, and then they brought him back in the show, and then like it was just like we never cross again, even though he's the reason the Avengers formed.
Yeah.
And then we just never know that he was back, even though he was doing adventures all over the place.
And then they try to set up Jonathan Majors as the main villain, and he's going through his
man.
thing. So it just feels like Disney's like 0 for 4 right now.
Yeah, that does feel like, damn. Oh, you mean the guy who was hot and could do everything?
I mean, you gotta think about like it's the whole Disney, all the properties getting bigger and bigger. They're just bound to like get bad stuff to happen.
Oh, yeah.
You know? It was just bound to happen. You know.
Yeah, you're about it was going to be a pedophile or domestic
it's just
violence
bound,
or something.
crazy is bound to happen. You know.
You know, that first crop. I mean, they got Robert Downey Jr. after he did all of his stuff. So
True.
But
They
it's
cheated that way.
also like, how stupid are you?
Yeah. Well.
If you're like Jonathan Majors, like you have the biggest bag ever coming to you in what has been the most successful year of your professional career.
two
And
number
you-
one movies in the same year.
And you allegedly do something stupid like that. It's just like, it's like,
Really
what
bad.
are you doing?
Oh, sorry, 1 second. I have this like weird cough that comes once an hour. Sorry. Okay. I think I'm alive. Okay, so let's get into our second topic.
Drugs.
38 minutes in. Whatever. Time doesn't mean anything. Hi, dog. Hi, pod dog. So the main topic is supposed to be about how we what was how did we context it the first time? How did you context it?
Folding phones, future or fad?
Future or fad?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm the one with the foldable phone, and
Right.
I can big picture. I can say
Huh?
if someone makes a really good one, and I think they've been really close, but we haven't been there yet. What do you guys think?
I'm looking at you.
I don't know that it'll ever happen. It's gonna take a lot.
I think the like, if Apple makes one,
I don't even think that'll do it at this point. Because the folding phone market, it's like there's one of two people. It's like the people who don't know anything about it, and then there's the people that know things about it, and then
I personally, not knowing anything, would not get a flip phone.
Okay,
within that market, in that subset, is like the people who know about it and would never get one just because it's not as durable. It's a whole different form factor, all that stuff. And then there's people that's like, yeah, I'll get one, but those people already have one.
yeah. The I don't know how many they've sold, like Samsung has sold yet. I'm sure it's been like good enough because they keep like making new iterations.
Mm-hmm.
But like I have the Flip 3. And I did have a problem, like a manufacturing problem, and I had to get a new one and just pay like my insurance or whatever. And like it's not perfect. There's like definitely mine is like the lower end one compared to like, you know, the Fold and the Flip. Mm-hmm. The Fold is like a beast. It's like I like now I see the Fold, like the big ones that open into a tablet are like more high end. Mm-hmm. And those are the more exciting ones to me. Mine I love because like it's been a lot of time that you guys have like you've been forced with this form factor and then like putting it in your pocket and stuff. Mm-hmm. When you fold your phone and put it in your pocket, it's so nice.
Really?
Yeah, it's really nice. Like I don't think about there's other things that you have to worry about, but like I don't think about like my screen getting scratched with like my keys. And I don't normally I still don't put my keys in the same one, but like I don't worry about things like that, which is nice. But there's still problems like
I think
with the hinge and dust getting in the hinge and somebody behind you.
No, just felt weird. I don't know. It was just that.
But like, so there's a new one coming out. The Google, what are they calling it? The Google Pixel Fold.
Something like that. I don't know.
And it looks pretty good, but it also looks Googled. So like, you know, I feel like sometimes they take like the Nintendo approach where they're putting out something that's not as high end, but they're gonna try to pump it full of features to make you want to get it. And I was like on the cusp of getting it. Like I almost did it.
You should do it.
I almost hit the button to get like to check my credit if I can get it.
Yep, do it. I co-sign. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, there will never be a good folding phone.
I don't know. They're really close.
Well, let me say this. It won't be, because I was just controversial for no reason.
Okay. You're just being crazy.
The reality is that it'll never be mainstream normalized until, number one, obviously Apple does it. But obviously if Apple does it, then my second thing will be true. There can't be any compromises. Like Samsung needs to have one where I can get either one and keep my 5,000 milliamp hour battery, keep my 6 camera setup, keep my everything else that's on here, the screen, like the quality and the brightness.
Are they putting smaller? Are they putting lesser cameras on the Fold? Not the Flip, the Fold.
Yeah, it's not that. No, most recent Fold isn't this one.
You don't think so because they sacrifice so much?
Yeah, there can't be.
And the price is like 2 phones because they're most of them are releasing at $1,800.
Jeez,
the big ones.
And even like to tech people, something as simple as, excuse me, when you see someone who has one, even on social media, it is so very clear that they have a fold or a flip. Like E, when she posts something, it's annoying because it's in a super skinny aspect ratio. So I know exactly what it is.
That's true. I've gotten really used to it, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, like that. It is a weird aspect ratio. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not enjoyable.
I mean, Google's is wider, and it's supposed to be thinner. But I don't know until I get my hands on it. Until I get the Best Buy.
In my opinion, I think. Now I'm scared because I'm what's it called? No, it's right here. Yeah, I think the best one is the Xiaomi Mi Mix Fold. I think that's the best one.
But you know, I'm never gonna get my hands on one of the Xiaomi ones.
No, you never will. But yeah, the Xiaomi is the best one, just because they don't have those same screens. Oh, okay.
Jeez.
That's how you get things done, boys.
Ew.
They don't have what kind of screens?
They don't have the same screen. What's the word? Compromises as the Samsung ones do. They have 2 fully aspect ratio and size screens, and they just fold that together.
Yeah, that's true.
With keeping the same hinge and all that.
I understand the aspect ratio thing, but you do get used to it. You get used to staring at it once you have it for a while. But it is jarring when I go back, like, so I use your old, what is that one? What phone is it?
S20.
The S20, and it feels so wide. It just feels like so weirdly wide when I'm working on it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, as I've adopted, I don't know. I don't see myself going back to a regular phone. Like, I either will get the upgrade of the one that I have, or I'll move up to a Fold. But I do get nervous. Like the Google one, I was gonna buy it like straight and just pay payments on it because I didn't want to take it to work. I was gonna keep my other phone, take that one to work, and then use the Google phone regular because I didn't want to take it to work and get like nasty hospital stuff all over it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was about to be one of those 2 phone niggas.
But it wouldn't even been that because you would have had the other phone only when you're not.
I would have been swapping SIMs. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? They don't give 2 shits about those watches because as a pre-order bonus, you can get a watch. You can get the LTE one for free. I was like, this shows me how much you guys actually care about these watches.
Free?
Do it.
For free?
Yeah, no.
New ecosystem.
I have a lot of things I'm doing right now. I don't know. It's not. I got vacations and backyards and multiple cars and you know I'm not balling, but I got a lot going on.
Fold.
Ay Dios mío.
Takes the cake over all of them.
The what?
I said Google Pixel Fold takes the cake.
I don't think they're gonna have the best one, to be
No,
honest.
they're not.
But they're gonna have a good one. The features are probably gonna be
I just
really
hope
good.
that it makes Samsung change some things for the next one.
Yeah, they need competition. Xiaomi's not their competition.
They're not, because they don't have no competition in the United States.
And I only want Apple to come out with one to see what they would do, because they would definitely do some
Yeah.
interesting gimmicky stuff.
Like, it's going to be a button to unfold it. It's
Yeah.
Oh my
Like just
going to
something
be like a
dumb.
convertible. Like, you got to press the button on
There's
the
a
outside.
foldable iPhone.
You double click the power button and it opens up.
You
don't
go
touch
into
it.
their R&D department. There's already
Oh,
one.
for sure. I'm going to sneak in there.
The fact that it hasn't
She
actually
might
leaked.
disappear.
That's lit. I'm going to do it for sure now.
Like Google stuff leaks. Like
All the time. They started doing it themselves.
it's so bad. That's what it seems like.
No, they did.
They do
They started leaking it themselves, yeah.
because they're like
They'll
we
just
can't hold a
post it on their
secret.
account early.
We can't hold a secret anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn. Well, this podcast is gonna be over now because
Okay, bye.
I'm at 3% on my camera,
Oh.
and that's what's recording everything. It's all right. 48
Awkward.
minutes. Yeah, it's an awkward end, but you know, cameras die, and I still have to edit on that camera. So
Okay, bye.
thank you guys. Thanks for sitting in. Appreciate it.
welcome.
But this was actually, I thought it was gonna be more of a phones one, and it ended up being more of a Marvel one. We love Marvel. We love talking
We
shit
did
about
40
it.
minutes of Marvel.
We did. We love talking about fucking Marvel. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Adios. Bye.